Hello, back to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at another ChatGPT video. We're going to take a look at the best team of 3 for the Love Cup. We had to specify only pink and red Pokemon. We're going to get here first one, Chansey, a pink Pokemon with HP and defense stat, a very good Clefable, and also Talonflame, which actually funny that they say a pink Pokemon, a red Pokemon. But yeah, we're going to get those 3 Pokemon. They're all eligible. Let's take a look at this. We're also going to keep the order of those Pokemon as well. We're going to face here first up against Alomomola. It's going to be an interesting one. Chansey in general, going to be an interesting Pokemon to take a look at. This Pokemon recently got nerfed a little bit, so Pound now does less damage, so it's kind of, yeah, less irrelevant there. So we're going to use Zen Headbutt instead. Both are horrible moves, and Headbutt seem to be a little bit of a better option nowadays because it just generates more energy, and you can see here at least we can hit some Hyper Beams. We see a Lickitung against us here in the lead, which is going to be, not in the lead, they actually swapped into it, which is going to be very decent for us. Because basically Lick does 0 damage. We have an insane HP stat. Lick is double resisted, like it does literally 1 damage and you don't really see it at all. Body Slam still going to hurt a little bit, but you can still go ahead, go for another Hyper Beam here. And this will be able to get the first shield from the opponent. I kinda don't want to swap out here though. I hope that they swap out eventually because they have, of course, their Alomomola in the back, and I don't really want to be in that situation there. I think I can still take one move here, so I can go ahead, go for the next charge move here, and I think I might swap out into my Clefable here. Let's see. We're going to be able to go into our Clefable. We get even the defense drop from the charge move there, which is going to be nice. Let's see, Body Slam coming through, going to get shielded, and we see the Alomomola coming back in here. We still have all our Pokemon, which is very important for those stall teams. We see the Hydro Pump coming through, which allows us to farm them. Actually, I would have actually farmed them all the way down, I think, there as well, but can go ahead, go for the Psychic, and let's see what they have in the back. Very likely something like the Medicham. Let's see what it actually is. It's going to be the Scrafty, even better for us. Goodbye there. First game, first winner. So it seems to be a very decent general team here, right? Not really. The thing is, I got hard-walled a lot of times. Sometimes I quit out early. I threw away 2 footage thingies, like 2 battles there, which I quit out basically after a minute because I got completely hard-walled. There are a lot of teams that are basically a Medicham lead, water types in the back, and for this, it's basically impossible to win this. It's also basically impossible to win against Macargo. Like, what do you do against Macargo? I guess Chansey is still okay-ish, but like also not really decent. So it's a little bit tricky to play with this team. We see the Hydro Pump doing basically no damage against us, which is funny. We see the Medicham coming back in here, and we actually see a Slowbro coming in. This could still be okay for us. And actually, I think this was the game which I threw away, sadly. Let's take a look at this. We will be able to farm them all the way down here. We still have some decent health, and I thought I only get to 1 charge move anyway. Let's try to get the Psychic defense drop here. Turns out that my opponent is not running Power Punch. I thought they would run Power Punch here, but they're running Ice Punch. I would have got to the Media Mesh if I just didn't throw the Psychic, which would have allowed me to get their final shield, which would have allowed me to get to another Hyper Beam here with my what's called Chansey here. Would have been easily able to win this then. But actually, they're also running Power Punch as well on their Pokemon, which is interesting. And I should have went for the Psychic here anyway, but sadly, yeah, I thought I need to go for the Hyper Beam, and I think I also needed to go for the Hyper Beam. While they were in red health, Psychic from, non-step Psychic from a Chansey basically does no damage. Also, what's kind of awkward here is going to be this Charizard matchup. Charizard, of course, has access to Blast Burn, a very strong move against a Chansey, which is also, by the way, not fully XL yet. I need like a few more XL candy for it. Most likely going to get this event, but I'm usually not really a Chansey player. Like, if I would not be able to use it, like I wouldn't be able to use it really if it wouldn't be for the sake of this video. I don't really like to use Chansey for videos because I feel like it's a little bit boring to look at, but here we're actually still going to be able to get a shield from the opponent, survive with a 1 HP and now swap out. Again, we have a stall team, so you kind of want to try to keep all your Pokemon alive and try to win with the mass of Pokemon that you still have left at the end. We see the Lickitung coming back in here. We're going to be able to let one move go through. It's going to be fine. Actually, I think I'm going to go for the Flame Charge here and just let this move go through from the opponent. I'm not sure. Let's see. Flame Charge coming there in. Actually, maybe I farm him down? No, I let this go through, right? Yeah, let this go through here. I will get knocked out here, but I can go into my Clefable. I can farm him down, and we see the Charizard coming back in. I'm going to try to catch the move. Didn't work out. Sad. I will get the Dragon Claw on me now. I will be able to go for the catch now at least, and Chansey with 1 HP will be able to catch the Blast Burn here as I can farm him down. We see a Medicham in the back. Do we actually still have a chance of winning this game here? Let's see. We can try to farm them all the way down here. They still have a shield, so it's not really worth it to throw. Of course, they get the defense drop here, which doesn't matter, but like still, like why? But yeah, sadly not a game here that we can win, but it was still very close. Next opponent, Lickitung. Very decent matchup for me. Lickitung matchup, usually you win with the Chansey, especially you get like a ton of time from the clock, which is really good for stall, and you're going to get shields, which is even very good there as well. We will be able to go for a Hyper Beam eventually, and maybe my opponent going to swap out then as well, which would be nice. I have no idea why they go for the Power Whip the entire time. I don't think Power Whip has more damage per energy than Body Slam. I really would doubt that, but we will be able to take those moves very easily here. Literally don't know why they go for Power Whip the entire time. Like, is there something that I miss here? Like, do they think that only because I'm green, like green moves are better against me? I don't know. That doesn't really make too much sense. I will be able to go for the Psychic, and I'm going to swap out into my Talonflame. With the Psychic damage, I will put them into range where I can go for one Flame Charge and knock them out. We see the Blast Burn coming through, going to do a lot of damage. Flame Charge coming through, I think this knocks them out at least. It does not. But it will allow me to just farm them all the way down now, shield one move here, and I will be able to get a ton of energy, which will be very nice for the upcoming matchup, as I will be able to just throw my charge move and hopefully swap out eventually, because it would help me out a lot. But I feel like if they have a Charizard, they have a Lickitung here, I just want to have realignment because I feel like they have a Medicham in the back, and I was right with that. This was a very common like team there in general, like it does make a lot of sense to have Medicham in the back with this team, so I thought that definitely would be a decent idea for them. So we'll be able to predict that, farm them all the way down, and bring them to quit this game there goodbye their opponent. As we will see the Chansey now against Ariados, we have a super effective fast move. Look how much damage it does, basically nothing. It's wild, honestly it's really wild how bad the matchup against Ariados is, because they're even going to be able to debuff my attack the entire time. So while Psychic will be able to do some nice damage, usually with the defense and with the attack drops here, like it's going to be really annoying to even try to damage them, but they're actually going to shield up the first move, which is funny, so getting me already a shield advantage. We have them basically at the same HP as we are, but it won't stay for too long. They have a ton of energy, and of course we are now 4 times debuffed. Going to swap out eventually though into my what's called Talonflame there. I will be able to go for another Psychic here anyway, and if I get some advantage, I actually don't go for the Psychic yet. I'm going to let them go for another charge move here, and I think I swap out now, trying to go for a Hyper Beam maybe later, but we see now the Alamomola coming in, of course. Annoying matchup here for us, especially because I tried to go for the wrong fast move, charge move first, and here I feel like I think I wouldn't got to another Brave Bird because they went for their charge move first. I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird here, and I can go into my Clefable, farm them all the way down, and I might still be fine here. Let's see, they're going to most likely go back into their little Spooder, exactly. Ariados coming back in here. I think I would need to farm them all the way down here. I'm not going to do that, but I should have tried to farm them all the way down, maybe catch a move on my Chansey. Actually, they're going to go and shield this move up. That's kind of nice, because I can go ahead, go for the Psychic Snipe here, knock out the opponent's Ariados, and we see Lickitung coming in. Sadly, while this is a good matchup for us, usually at this point of time we are just so low on health that it doesn't really matter that we have such a bulky Pokemon, so yeah, we have to forfeit there. There's not a lot that I can do here anymore. Next opponent. This is going to be an interesting one. Basically, I just have to hope that they don't boost, because usually they're going to go straight for Night Slash, try to boost against me, try to take advantage of me. So I just have to hope that they don't get the boost. I mean, that's a 12.5% chance. It's very unlikely that they're going to boost anywhere soon. Like, honestly, recently with chances, the game really hates me. I don't know, I always get like all the drops, all the boosts against me. It's wild. As we faced an Ariados coming in now, we had to go into our Clefable to force them out of the boost, that there was no other way for us to have any chance there. We're going to go ahead and farm them all the way down, at least with the Ariados here, which is good. Cross Poison going to do a ton of damage still, and they still get to another one with like 1 HP again. Of course they will. As this Cross Poison going to get shielded by me, I will see the Dredigan. No, actually a Lickitung coming back in, which is nice. I can go ahead, go for some Flame Charges, hopefully get some shields, I'll get some damage on them. I go straight for the Brave Bird here, which they most likely going to shield. It was kind of a stupid move by me, to be fair. But I will be able to go into my Chansey now, and as long as we will be able to go ahead and not get boost against me again, I might be fine. I expect them to shield this move up here, because they kind of need that Dredigan to do some damage against my Chansey. And that's exactly what's going to happen here, and I think I can just go for one Psychic and hopefully farm them all the way down. It's going to be a tough one though. Like, if we're going to be able to do that, we might be fine here. We're going to get the move through, and then they're going to get down there actually, but sadly the opponent has too much health left anymore. They can farm me all the way down, and there's not a lot that I can do there. I think I could have played it better though. Like if I went ahead and didn't go for the Brave Bird before, if I could have swapped earlier here, it would have been all a little bit better. So this was again a very close one, which I think I could have won if I just played it a little bit better, but it's tricky. Like always having a new team, always having Pokemon that you don't really use at all. Clefable is not a good Charming user anyway. It's a little bit tough. We see a Slowbro against us. This is an interesting one because our fast move is resistant now. Doesn't really matter anyway. Most likely would have done like 2 damage. Now it does 1 damage. Sick. But we will be able to go for 1 Hyper Beam here, which will do some more damage against them and also put them maybe into range where I can farm them down with my own fire Pokemon there with our Talonflame here. Because they're gonna get into a range where they definitely don't resist those moves as easy anymore. We will be able to take the Psychic still. Can go for 1 more fast move to basically keep the Psychic in store there, and I will be able to now go ahead, go into my Talonflame. Hopefully farm them all the way down as they're gonna go ahead and go into a Lickitung. I can just spam those Flame Charge at this point of time. I just want to try to get my attack up there, as we can go for another one immediately as well there. Trying to force a shield from the opponent, and we do force a shield here, which is cool. And we're going to do a ton of damage with our fast move already. I'm not going to shield this because I think it's unnecessary. I'm still going to get to another charge move here usually. Maybe I shield now. Yeah, I do shield now. And I will be able to go for the Flame Charge here again, getting me a little bit more attack there. They're going to shield this move up, and I'm going to keep still my Pokemon there alive in the back, as I will be able to farm them all the way down there. Body Slam coming through, and they're going to go into the Slowbro, letting me knock them out. And let's see what is in the back. We're going to face a Medicham, and we are close to a Meteor Mash. We can get the Meteor Mash off immediately here. It's going to do a ton of damage, and we will be able to charm them all the way, I feel like, as we're going to actually have a close matchup now. I thought I might be able to still survive 2 counters with my Pokemon here, but I don't, so I have to go for the Psychic that we stored. We have basically 1 HP left on my Chansey, and we have basically next to no HP left on the Lickitung, but it's still enough to win this game there. Chansey with a 1 HP is able to knock out the Medicham as well as the Lickitung there. This is wild. But it's also wild is the matchup against Magcargo here. What a cool shiny though. Like I also have a lot of shiny Slugma, but I haven't really evolved them yet, so like seeing this shiny here live is kind of cool. This is our best matchup that we have here though against this Pokemon, so it's going to be an awkward one. They're going to go ahead and just throw those rock throws the entire time, and like the rock tombs there the entire time debuff me. And you see like already they're going to have a very good matchup against me. I just try to go for Psychic, just try to get them as low as possible, but like there's not a lot that I can do here. I'm going to try to wait until they throw the next charge move here. Actually no, I'm going to swap out immediately. I will be able to charm them all the way down, which is good for me as I'm going to shield up the charge move here, but I get them already so low that it doesn't really matter what they want to do with it. We see the Wigglytuff coming in here, which allows us to go for our own Meteor Mash, as this will get the shield, and I will be able to just go ahead, go into my Chansey, soak the damage, and swap out afterwards into my Talonflame, trying to get as much energy as possible. Player Rough is coming through. We're going to see some lag here, but hopefully they don't have a water type in the back. This would be amazing. As actually, we will see here now coming in a water type. It's Rotom, and they're going to catch the move on the Magcargo. I'm going to undercharge because I can still get 1 more fast move through with that. And Rotom has basically paper thin defense, so actually while we are going to only do resistant damage and they're going to no shield this one, we see how much damage our fast move does already, and this is looking very decent for us, especially as I go for a Thunder here. And that's also going to be it for the video. We're going to be able to win this one here, and actually I went positive with this team as well, my second set, which is really wild. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. I'll see you in the next one, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!